it's new methods to her because
New methods, yeah.
it's compared to 30 years ago. I think the methods are really it's different.
How
It's
old
different.
how old are you now? 30 years. Welcome to another episode of Shooting Stars. Yeah, here today we have Kagen Chua. Right, he's
Hello.
one of our shooting stars today. And we are very honored to have with us Kagen's mommy to join us also for today's episode. Welcome both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start by introducing yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, which primary school you're from, and then where you are now.
Hello, my name is Kagen Chua. I used to be in Rosyth School, but in secondary I am at Holy Innocents High School.
How young were you when you start to attend My Stretcher?
I attend my teacher in primary 1.
Primary one. That was quite when you were quite a small
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what subjects did you start to take at that time?
I take English and Math.
Mm-hmm. Would you be able to tell us what you have learned for mathematics?
I learn a lot of tips and tricks and a lot of different methods to solve different questions.
So you're looking at one particular question, but there are various methods that you can use to solve. What about mommy? How do you find the My Stretcher curriculum and teachers? How has My Stretcher helped Kagen in his PSLE?
So as what Kagen has mentioned, he has been in My Stretcher for the past 7 years. All this time, I've seen the teachers put in extra efforts, not just on the curriculum, preparing extra materials, putting in long hours beyond what is stipulated, 3.5, it went on and on. Especially when the students meet up with challenges, because it's really we are all caught in an unprecedented times, right?
Yeah.
So nobody actually expected COVID to happen. So I really appreciate the hard work and effort the teachers have put in, for the students for last year, definitely. Yeah.
So last year, are you referring to any boot camp?
Yeah, attended a lot of boot camp. Last lab boot camp, yeah.
Or PSLE? is it?
Yeah, last lab of PSLE boot camp.
Mm.
So the materials are very in-depth and helped me in my PSLE when I was doing revision.
Okay. Do you find that reinforce your learning because you have been with us for 7 years, right?
Yeah,
So how different is the last lab boot camp, from the weekly lesson?
the last lab is the same thing as the normal lessons, just that it's all compiled into bite-sized material. So you don't have to study all the past weeks here. You can just look at the boot camp itself. Then you should be amply prepared for the PSLE.
Okay. So it's like a consolidation of all the years of learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was your mother beside you learning all the things
Yeah,
during the
definitely
boot
she
camp?
was inside.
So mommy would have learned something as well, right?
Yes.
Actually thanks to COVID. Thanks to COVID, she can work at home and then at the same time she also can help me prepare for PSLE.
How did she help you prepare for? Maybe mommy can say how she has helped you to prepare for PSLE.
Put it into another angle, because we are all started to work from home. So I spend more time because I can get to see what he attend during My Stretcher, see how the teacher actually teach the students. Because if it's in a classroom, I won't be able to see how it happened and what kind of the teaching materials, what kind of approaches the teacher use. Don't really sit beside him, but at least I can hear, what he's learning, the questions being put forward by teachers. And then I think it helps to give him that kind of moral support to be just with him, right? Even if I may not be there always, but at least he knows that I'm at home, I'm there. Of course, sometimes he do face difficult questions, and then I try to help him to solve with him, together as well. Usually, that's where I also start learning all the approaches, which so this is what you mean total sum, okay.
Like it's new methods to her because
New methods, yeah.
it's compared to 30 years ago, I think. The methods are really it's different. It's
How
different.
old are you now? 30.
Roughly.
As if you're 60 years old, you know.
Because some of these methods we don't. I always tell him that we don't learn such methods, approaches.
That's
It's
right.
very different from those, in our
During
days.
our days.
Yes.
But they are very knowledgeable. As Mr. Alvin last time in their Zoom bootcamp say, combined they have more than 100 plus years of knowledge.
That means all the teachers, the team members combined, we have more than 100 years of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Are there any specific like skill sets that you have picked up for English?
How to answer the synthesis transformation. They gave like 200 synthesis transformation questions before the PSLE, which helped my synthesis transformation when I was doing the questions. And I was taking the PSLE exam.
Previously, what was your score for all the 5 questions?
It's usually very like 2 or 4. Like I only get
1 or 2 correct.
Yeah, 1 or 2 correct. I think I did better when I was in the PSLE exam.
I think comprehension and as well as composition. Yeah. So the materials prepared, provided by my structure, they're very comprehensive. So it helps him, ask him to read out, take it as a storybook reading. All right. So look at how the essays are being written. The style, you may not need to memorize, you can't memorize, but at least you read how is it been written, the approach that they use, the style.
What about composition? A lot of students, they find so much problem to not know what to write, where to start, how to open, what kind of opening they should use, or what kind of techniques they should use for the composition.
Yeah, my session introduced actually a lot of, I think 7 techniques how to start the composition. Because last time I used to write 1 type Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Or you can use, the 7 techniques you can use the sound, starting that you can intrigue the reader to, like, in this case the marker, to be interested in the story.
Is there any special thing or any takeaway that, after attending Mind Stretcher for 7 years, right? What's your greatest takeaway?
I would say perseverance, takeaway in terms of, never give up trying, and also when you have questions, when you're in doubt, always ask, and then most importantly, don't ever give up. As I see when the teachers teach, they also instill some life kind of lessons to tell the students, try, don't give up, you must, these are some of the little, kind of tips or lessons that they tell the students while they are teaching the lessons. Because these are the younger generation, alright. So when they encounter challenges, they may tend to give up easily.
That's true.
Yeah, so I always instill this part to him as well. Never give up. Right? It's always you just try. It's okay if you make mistakes, right? And then you just learn from mistake and move on.
Yeah. It's important to. It's not to be fearful to make mistakes, but of course we try to be careful. We put in all the effort necessary. But if somehow we still don't make it, doesn't matter. We just remember the next time round, you know
At least
what
you know
to
that
avoid.
you tried.
Yes, you tried, and you know what to avoid next time in order to be one step closer, to getting there. Kagen, are there any last words that you want to say to Mind Stretcher teachers or staff or Mind Stretcher as a whole?
Thank you to all the teachers that taught me throughout these 7 years.
Same here as well. So full of gratitude, appreciation to all the teachers and the staff, who have helped him this far. 7 years is not a short time. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. And we do hope that Kagen, you will continue to press on, never give up, right? And I know you're still with Mind Stretcher, and we will definitely continue to support in your education journey. So thank you so much for spending this morning with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.